The push for change even secured a 24-foot RV from Fraser Way for the trek. But who was going to drive the RV all the way from Calgary to Vancouver? Yeah, we haven't forgotten about Rob yet. It might surprise you to learn that Joe and Rob lost touch for years after their time on the streets. But after they both got clean, and as luck would have it, nearly 25 years later, they found each other again, courtesy of Facebook. At this point, the push for change was happy to welcome Rob to the team as their professional driver.
On the streets here in Vancouver, and I ran into Joe on the corner. We had an instant friendship, and it grew to a lot of trust in each other. We ate together, we drank together, we used together, we used drugs together. We lived in empty houses, hotel rooms when we could afford it. When we couldn't afford anything, we lived under bridges.
Joe and Rob may have been looked at like a couple of hopeless drug addicts on the street, but like many homeless kids who don't have a place to call their own, there's always a deeper reason behind why their lives spiraled out of control. In this case, like many others, it had to do with family.
I break up with my mom and dad. I didn't feel wanted, you know. I think Joe mentioned that feeling of being fractured, you know, that self-worth and all that. It was family, you know, when they were ripped apart. So to cover that up and hide that, I chose the drinking because I liked it, and I chose the drugs because it made me feel stronger. Fit in with the older guys. That carried straight through to my adulthood. But during that time, I learned one thing, what it was like to be alone. That plays heavy on the heart, eh?
What does?
Those interviews. Yeah. I was there, so it plays a little bit more heavier on the heart than your average person who's never gone through it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I realize that the push for change has an objective. That objective is to bring change to these kids today. Maybe change their direction in life. I can only say that my small part that I can contribute to this will help. You know, and for me it's personal. I was that kid. I think that the push for change will cause a lot of change in people's ideas about what happens to children when they start thinking negative thoughts.
Your heart it trembles.